we shouldn't have anybody. They shouldn't be able to walk through Mexico. And now I've told Mexico, if you don't stop this onslaught, this invasion, people get angry when I use the word invasion. People like Nancy Pelosi that honestly, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. I'm dealing with Mexico right now.
Yeah, Nancy Pelosi told us 6 months to mow the lawn. That would help. In a gesture that could help trade talks with Washington, Mexico blocked a new caravan of Central American migrants that illegally crossed into Guatemala heading for the United States. There was about 1,000 in it. Is this proof that President Trump's tariff threat, along with the details being hammered out in Washington, is actually working? Chief of Border Patrol Law Enforcement Operations Directorate, Brian Hastings, joins us now. Chief, have you seen any change over the last week that make you somewhat optimistic?
Good morning, and thanks for having me. So far, we just keep seeing increase after increase. Unfortunately, we're breaking everything that we track as far as breaking records and everything that we track. The amount of apprehensions, the amount of large groups, the amount of in custody, it just continues to rise so far with no sign of slowing.
And you say this is a time when it usually curtails and it's picking up. And what numbers should the American people know you're dealing with?
So far, this fiscal year, we're at as of today, over 614,000 that we've arrested. That's higher than the last 10 fiscal years, and we have 4 months remaining in this fiscal year. So that's very concerning. It's alarming to see the number that we saw in May. In May alone, we had over 132,000 arrests that were made. We're up to 190 large groups now. We had a group on May 29th that was 1,045 in a large group, and those numbers are just astronomical.
Hey, Chief, we're not talking about comprehensive immigration. That's for another time. You have two things that could make your life and everybody else's lives easier and make it safer for the country. What are those two things?
So we still need a fix to Flores, and we need to be able to apply a consequence, and we need a fix to TVPRA. We have to be able to apply some type of consequence, because the folks that we're interviewing day in and day out, the agents are hearing every day, bring a kid and you'll be released.
Right, and that's what you mean by the TVPRA. If you get in, you get to stay. If you're with a parent, they both get to stay. Word's out, and now these companies are emptying out into our country. Absolutely ridiculous and totally preventable. Sadly, you guys have to deal with it on the front lines while these people give each other pay raises in Congress. Chief Brian Hastings, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Straight ahead.